KATU and you, the spirit of the Northwest.
A serious accident, and the Roberts family was counting on the insurance company for a serious settlement to cover major medical bills, time lost from work, and rehabilitation. But the insurance company crushed the Roberts, buried them in papers to sign, and rushed them into a settlement. By the time the Roberts called a lawyer, it was too late. Evidence was gone, witnesses disappeared. The insurance company used that against them. Don't let the insurance company crush you. Call Susak and Powell at 227-6722.
Watch Wheel of Fortune tonight at 7:30 here on KATU.
It's Wednesday, May 10th, coming up on an all-new View.
If you get stuck here, you'll die.
Stars of the new movie Poseidon, Kurt Russell, and Josh Lucas. Plus, stylist to the stars Robert Verdi is giving you an early forecast of the hottest trends this season when he shows you the accessories that Hollywood's hottest can't get enough of. And the mega hit book The Da Vinci Code is about to hit the big screen, and the controversy rages on. But an author who took him to court saying they stole his idea has even more shocking claims that you won't believe. All that and the hot topics you want to hear, coming up on The View.
To The View. Well, who says being all wet is a bad thing? The stars of the new movie Poseidon, Kurt Russell and Josh Lucas are here.
Yes,
So into this movie.
Big boat turns over. Overwhelmed the entire time. I love a good thriller, a good thrill ride. This movie has it all.
This is the big boat tipping over.
This is the boat. It tips over, baby. It's something called a rogue wave. Scared me so bad, I jumped right in the car, called and made swimming lessons reservations.
Really?
I have my first swimming lesson on Monday. I'm serious. It scared me about every single thing. I just know.
It's true. I saw the
so
original.
scary.
The original movie is where you have
Remember
to ride Shelley Winters into water in order to get out of the mess. And it's like you leave that movie and you think, could I fit into my drain in my sink if I had to?
It really is going to make it even worse for you. I'm going to tell you, every fear that you have, fire, water, height, distance, small places, and then you boats. You all will sit there and think,
yeast
infection. Should I? You're bad. You're gonna all think, should I eat that next hot dog? Because if I have to crawl through a small space and they have to pull my big butt through there, will I make it? Because if you don't make it, then you can mess it up for everybody. Everybody die. It's your fault that the boat goes down.
It's good you lost all that weight.
I was sitting there thinking there's no way in the world I'd have drowned a long time ago. I'm telling you, I just would have sat there and said, whatever, I'm
Well, what
drowning.
motivates you more? You're talking about fears. Fear or hope? What motivates you more? Are you motivated by fear? Like how?
No.
How is fear motivated
Hope is
you?
like, you know, I don't get even hope.
Hope is definitely a motivator.
I mean, you should hope.
Absolutely.
It doesn't really. It's fear. It's like, this is why people, you know, wear seatbelts and diaphragms. Because there's fear.
Is there fear?
That's what prevents disaster.
No,
No, but you're onto something. I think when you act more impulsively and more really react with fear. With hope, I think
you act.
I act, but I act more out of like, I don't know. I'll take more risks because of hope, but I act
impulsively can be very dangerous too.
See, you react based in fear, but you act based on hope.
Well, no, see,
Yes, you hope you won't get pregnant, thus the diaphragm.
That's the fear.
No.
Or the hope is you won't when you put it in.
You hope that you have an opportunity, and that's why, you know, no matter where you're born.
No, you hope that a man will sleep with you. You fear that you'll get pregnant.
You're right.
Okay, there you go. These girls are
you can have both at the same time, you're saying.
It's a bunch of sluts in the audience. Yes. All right, finally women we can relate to.
When does a girl become a slut, by the way? At what point does a woman become a slut?
We had an interesting letter about this from one of our viewers who's, I think she's 40 or something.
Yes.
And what did she say?
She was
One
saying...
of her girlfriends?
One of her girlfriends, yeah, is at the age of 40. And let's say from 20 on, she's not married.
Yeah.
She sleeps with 2 guys a year.
Right.
That's going to be 40 men over 20 years. Does that make her a slut?
Yeah.
She's... Why?
Wait a second.
No, talking about he has a relationship. Let's say she has 2 a year.
She's a cumulative slut if you were to take
Why
it.
is that a slut?
I'm just saying, at the
If she
end of
does
the
it
20
every
years,
night, that's a slut. But
that's
if you're
a
having
slut.
relationships and they lead to having sexual intercourse,
But
And
if
you
it's
do, and so
premeditated.
what is it, 6 months and per guy, and so that gives you 2
well, that's
guys.
all right. Let's say 1 guy a year, 20 guys. Is that a slut?
It's like a phone plan.
That isn't a slut.
Well, are you, because this was on Grey's Anatomy
minute.
also. I mean, if you are sleeping with somebody as a response to some emotional need and that's it, and it's just multiple guys, Lottie, Dottie, and everybody.
Well, if it's an emotional need, is you a slut then?
Yes.
Well, if you just
Or are you
sleeping
addicted?
with... Well,
You're
just
a
go, come on,
slut.
you know that.
Sexual addiction.
That gets on
Excuse
my
me.
nerves. Give me a break.
Yeah, that's like
Sexual
that's
addiction?
cookie
Yeah,
addiction.
It's a bona fide addiction. They have treatment
addicted
for
to
it.
not being able to keep your legs closed. That's what your addiction is. Give me a break.
Yeah, where's the responsibility in
Yeah,
that,
we
right?
have to take responsibility
Well,
also.
obviously, there are clinics that deal with it, so some professionals think it exists.
Okay.
Well, because they can make money because there are a lot of sluts.
Oh, is that
A
what it
man
is?
always thinks a woman is a slut if she won't sleep. If she leaves him, you know, she's a slut. That's when you're a slut. When a man decides you're a slut.
You know when you're a slut.
So wait a minute. Are we all
sluts?
Are we all
No,
sluts?
To some extent.
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
You've
No,
never
we're not
been
major
left by a man?
sluts. We're
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, you mean left by a guy?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well,
But
then
that
you're
doesn't make
slut.
it a slut. The slut is what your response is to being left by the guy.
Oh.
If your response is to go sleep with his cousin Louie, you're a slut. Okay?
Does a slut know when she's a slut?
You're a slut if you steal my husband, for example. It's
You're
not
a
how
slut.
many men.
But you're not
it's
married,
how you
therefore I'm
do
not a
it.
slut.
Well, if you steal my boyfriend, you're
Oh,
still
really?
a slut.
You're still
Yeah.
a slut.
So it's not about the quantity, it's about
It's
who.
behavior. Now that you
It's
are
like, you know
just
what they
worked
say
out.
about alcoholism? It's not how many drinks you have, it's how you drink. Like, if you have to have a drink in the morning, you're an alcoholic. If you sleep with my husband, you're a slut.
Right. Okay.
That's how it
That
goes.
is. That's the definition, according to Behar. I'm telling you. And it works.
Okay.
You were actually talking. You were actually talking the power of this movie Poseidon to get you to take
Yes.
swimming lessons, and the power of the media is a real thing. Some people say it's not, but I want to. Case in point is Commander in Chief. You know that show where Gina Davis plays the president, and it's fictional. We all know that female president, but according to this new survey, 58% of those who are familiar with the show say that they are likely to take a female candidate more seriously just for having seen that show.
Makes
That's
sense, right?
interesting.
It does. You,
But they know it's fiction.
But you don't, if you don't see a person in that role,
Right.
then it's hard for you to imagine it. Just to see the possibility of someone leading in that capacity at least puts the thought in your
Well,
head.
let me
That's
ask
what the
Elizabeth,
spirit
it's a
is.
good thing then.
Yes.
Elizabeth, you like that show, right?
I do.
So does that make you want to vote for Hillary Clinton?
No.
This is a trick question.
I am not tricked. No.
But it makes you see the potential of a female candidate.
It does. It
Yeah.
actually, and not that I wouldn't, I mean, I've seen the potential for a female candidate. I do think there are complications, but I think anytime you're exposed to something time and time
What's
again,
complicated?
look what
What's
happened with,
complicated? For a female candidate,
I think there are a lot of complications. Obviously, we haven't had one. That's it's been complicated.
But now,
There hasn't been one.
okay, it's time. Let's just say in 2008 we have 2 or 3 viable female candidates. What would be complicated about having a viable female president?
It'd be less complicated if it were female running against female, although it could get more complicated because females don't play nicely with each other most of the time.
Right. But
I think it is complicated. I think women, especially in terms of how other nations view women here, I think it's there's a lot to that issue in
because
terms of
other
power.
nations have women presidents.
Yeah.
I mean, Chile has a female president.
Right.
Liberia has a
They do now,
has
but
a
think
female
about
president.
how American women though are I think there's a different response to American women.
Overseas,
Why?
you mean?
I do.
I know there is.
They don't
but
see
I
us
want-
as sophisticated. I just think that's the
Slut? Is the word slut
Maybe
coming
slut.
up? Yeah.
maybe slutty.
I mean, you're actually celebrating a very
Imagine they'll
important...
all have hot flashes during the debate at once. Can you see it now?
Complicated. See?
Either hot flashes or your period during the debate.
It's fine. So I have them. I'm fine. Nobody's.
Imagine a presidential candidate saying, I'm sorry, I'm just PMSing.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It'll be sort of like us, hot flashes and your period at the same time, right?
As if men don't go through menopause. They do too. It's the
Yes,
same.
they do.
They
have
do. I'm
their
saying.
needs, absolutely.
They call it a
Exactly.
midlife crisis, though, don't they? It's not menopause.
They call it whatever they wanted. It's menopause.
Can I just share with you?
Edith Bunker said men oppose. It's not woman oppose. Men. Edith Bunker said that. Remember Edith Bunker? I'm sorry.
Yes,
go
I
ahead.
love you.
I just wanted to share with you that this weekend, my family and I were celebrating my grandfather's 90th birthday.
That's nice.
So we're doing a big family reunion.
Who's dad?
This is my mom's father. And my my granddad was
sweet.
here, and my grandparents will celebrate 65 years of marriage the same weekend.
See, that's
what is their secret? Do you know?
Respect for each other, and my grandmother is very much like you.
Right.
If you sleep with her husband, you're a slut.
That's it.
She's very much like that still. But it was just making me think. My granddad was born in 1916, and all of the things that he has seen and lived through as an African American man.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And he gave, you know, he had really good advice. It's not what people call you, is what you answer to.
You know, well, you're going
He's
to a
a brilliant
reunion,
man.
right?
Yeah.
So you should videotape him now and start asking him questions about the century that he lived through and have that on video.
But you know, he calls us all, like, I'm granddaughter, and his daughters are all daughter, because there's too many of us to remember who we are. You know?
But that's okay. See what he has to say. It might be fun to hear that.
Maybe I'll bring something back to you.
All right.
Happy birthday.
We have a great show today. Yeah, happy birthday. We'll be right back with Kurt Russell and Josh Lucas.
For the very first time, the one and only Oprah Winfrey is sitting in on Hot Topics on Friday to reveal why her Legends Ball is gonna make history.
For Mother's Day, he ordered 3 different bouquets. He said that he had a lot of moms. His mom, his wife, his grandmother. He may not care that he can choose between beautiful flowers fresh from our growers or elegant bouquets from our expert designers. But we do. It's our passion.
Call, click, or come in today and give Mom a Mother's Embrace bouquet. 1-800-Flowers.com, your florist of choice.
The drawing rooms of London had not prepared us for this new world. We were overcome by the very fruits and birds and trees.
Introduce yourself to the new classics from today's Ethan Allen.
The air was thick with perfume.
An unexpected marriage of simple elegance and timeless soul.
The seduction was complete.
Discover a modern take on classics. It's Ethan Allen, redefined. In stores now.
There are more than 29 million Americans without insurance who need help paying for their medicines. That's why there's the Partnership for Prescription Assistance. Through this free service, people who need help can call 1-888-4PPA now to see if they may qualify. Many get their medicines for free or nearly free, and I'm talking more than 2,500 brand name and generic medicines. Do you need help? Write down the number you see. It's your medicine. It's your life. It's your time to call.
There's nothing more real than dogs. And we think they deserve food that's as real as they are. Introducing new Pedigree with chicken, rice, and vegetables. With real chicken and all the wholesome ingredients dogs deserve.
Morning, after morning, after morning. Only Folgers has the Aroma Seal canister to help seal in the fresh taste you love.
Hello? It's your wake-up call. You want to lose that weight that's been creeping up on you? Lose it with yummy post-shredded wheat. You'll feel like you did 10 pounds ago.
I love her freckles.
I still love looking at her, and I still love touching her.
Her skin makes me weak at the knees.
Smooth, you know, she's glass.
Sexy from head to toe.
A woman's glow is beautiful. Try the skin brighteners in new Dove Energy Glow Body Lotion to enhance your own glow.
Entertain your mouth with refreshing Tic Tac.
Let your body move. You can take control. Let your body move, move into that groove. You can do it too.
No other panty liner stays in place better than Carefree Body Shape Thin. It won't twist or bunch, so no matter how much you move, it won't. Carefree Body Shape Thin. Live a carefree life.
In the thrilling new movie Poseidon, Kurt Russell and Josh Lucas star as cruise ship passengers who literally have their lives turned upside down, and it has them scrambling for a way out. Take a look.
Robert, you do whatever you want. I'm getting across. Now, wait a minute. You got a better idea, Joe. I'm all ears. Robert, I don't got another way, but I'm getting across. Just give me a minute. You get stuck here, you'll die. Come on, man. We're going. Let's go.
Daddy, I can't. I'm sorry. What? Dylan, can you get me across?
Jen, baby girl.
No!
You need to listen to me for a second.
I'm not going back.
We're not going
Hate to
back.
break up the family therapy, but you still looking for a way across?
Yes.
He's the man. Please welcome Kurt Russell and Josh Lucas. That was great.
There was a stuntman, was there not?
Okay.
No, not
Well, in this one, it's one of those situations where you've got real good stunt people who can help you set the situation up so that hopefully you can do it. And that's what Wolfgang wanted. He wanted the actors in the stuff, so in all the different scenarios and situations. And it's like Star said, it's just a movie where every one of your primal fears is faced.
Yeah. Which one do you have? Because now I'm watching distance, height, water, and fire just in that one little scene.
My primal fear is to come up with the equivalent of a male slut. I don't know what that would be. Well, listen, I turned to Josh. This is pretty dangerous stuff. It's kind of weird. I don't know. What would be
I think the one thing you missed about that is I think the idea of being a slut comes from within, right? I think of a woman. I've met women who've only slept with one or two men in their life who somehow they come across as a slut, and I've spent a long time with a woman who sleeps with a lot of men, and there's nothing about her that you would ever consider slutty.
And which one do you like better?
The woman who slept with a lot of men, honestly. It's from her idea of herself from within. It's classy and elegant.
But then there's that woman who I think this might be the male fantasy.
Which?
The woman who is a slut to the core, but only for you. You just take it out on that one guy. Isn't that the fantasy?
That is the fantasy.
So you want a woman on a pole.
I was 23 years ago.
So you want somebody on a pole, but the pole needs to be in your bed.
You know, I gotta tell you, last person I saw on a pole, my daughter, Kate. She's got a pole in her bathroom. She's working on this. I don't know, she and her girlfriends decided they want to,
it's popular now.
Yeah, and so we're over at the house, and I look over there and I see there's Goldie going, I think Goldie's kind of liking the idea of this pole.
Yeah, that's how we know that works.
Kate Hudson, in case you don't know who he's talking about.
Kate's going to, show off for Chris, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. So wait, Kurt, I want to go through because Joy brought up the original, the Poseidon Adventure. Yeah. We had Gene Hackman, he was the preacher. Ernest Borgnine was like the sensitive, tough guy. Shelley Winters was swimming underwater. Underwear was shown. I remember that very, very clearly. I mean, how is Poseidon like the Poseidon Adventure other than the boat capsizes?
Oh, you're right. That's about where it stays the same. This is Wolfgang Petersen's version. I think Josh, both of our involvement we got excited about it because it was Wolfgang Petersen's concept and how he was going to shoot this.
He is a no-joke director, boy.
Yeah, you could instantly understand why he wanted to do that movie. Yeah. If it would have been Casablanca or Gone with the Wind, you would have said, Wolfgang Petersen, Casablanca.
Yeah. Was that what convinced? Because Josh, I've read that you weren't a fan of remakes.
I'm not a fan of remakes. I think Hollywood, oftentimes just takes a good movie and completely destroys it. In this sense, if you looked at the original movie, it was kind of primed to be remade because the technology is so different. You've got a director who wants to tell it in a completely different way, and you've got characters who showed up who are absolutely different from the original. There is no, I mean, if there's a Borgnine, it's not, it might be Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah. But he's not the tough guy.
I'm kidding you. He's playing gay in this movie.
Gay with issues.
Yeah, gay with issues and not tough.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's the thing. It was an absolute reinvention in a way, and that to me was what interested me.
So it didn't take a lot of convincing then?
No.
You do a lot of your own stunts, right, Kurt? So,
well, everybody does in this. I mean, that's the point of it. I think it reminded me a lot of when we did Backdraft. Ron Howard and I talked to great lengths before we started shooting about the fact that we had to get the actors in the fire to make this the most credible experience for the audience that you could give them. Again, that's what we did here.
But did you have any really frightening moments during the making of this film?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was really funny. We were just talking about this, too. We were watching David Blaine come out of the water last night.
Yeah.
We spent the last 3.5 weeks, 12 hours a day in the water, underwater, not in underwear. And the sets were submerged. So you couldn't get out. Once you go in, you can't get out. You're dependent upon somebody to come in and stick that regulator in your mouth. And yeah, all of us, you know, when they close that hatch on you, and if you didn't happen to get the breath you wanted,
oh gosh,
it's too late. It doesn't do you any good. If they happen to lose you if the cameraman loses you, and then your guy happens to lose you, or let's say the guy's coming in, and gee, somebody moved that camera over and it got stuck on the regulator wire, and I can't get the regulator to you, and the guy's looking at you from 3 feet going, you know, and you're going, air! You know, I mean, that can happen, and so you were always concerned about that.
So if you're claustrophobic in any way, you cannot say yes to this kind of a part. You can't.
I mean, you couldn't, except for the fact that it would, again, appear so legitimate, which is exactly what Wolfgang wanted. There was a moment towards the end of the movie where one of the actresses got sucked under the water and came up and was, I mean, very physically upset, crying, and said, no one even ever asked me if I could swim. And all of us looked at each other and...
Me?
No, no one asked me. I think Wolfgang would have been thrilled had one of us not been able to swim or had severe true claustrophobia. No, he's a great guy. That's not it. He just wants to see reality. He's a great guy? He wants to see reality. He wants to put you in a situation.
And didn't you get that work better?
He got injured.
He got hurt.
He got hurt.
But you got sick.
I gouged him once with a flashlight. When he came up, he was really bleeding. And really, because we were shooting in sequence, I mean, Wolfgang is a nice guy, but at the same time, it was like, no problem. We just keep moving on. You know, stitch it up, move on. It's a little bit like playing hockey, you know. But he tore his thumb, and he had to get it operated on. That's going to affect him for the rest of his life. I got sick, and everybody got sick. We all got different. I got H influenza, and then I had pneumonia.
Oh, my God.
And that put me down. Pneumonia put me down.
Acting is so glamorous.
There are a lot of side effects.
Exactly. We're going to have a whole bunch more because we have a lot of questions, including I found out that they built the sets, one upside down, one right side up.
Yeah, like 8 stories.
Good information. More with Kurt Russell and Josh Lucas when we return. Stay with them.
With store brand bags, you have to pinch and double check. With Ziploc's new double zipper bag, you don't. No more double checking. Just one more reason 4 out of 5 prefer Ziploc's new double zipper bag, redesigned with you in mind. You can use a store brand bag and hope it's closed. Or use Ziploc's new double zipper bag and know it's closed. No more spills. Just one more reason 4 out of 5 prefer Ziploc's new double zipper bag, redesigned with you in mind.
I looked up and it was a mother. I didn't know what to say. I was hanging by a string. She said, hey, you too. I was once like you and I like to do the wild.
Get Mom a gift she'll really love. Circle Diamond Pendant, $69.99. This week, only at Kmart.
I'm Bob Fowler, but this was me a couple of years ago. As you can see, I wasn't well. Could hardly walk. Could barely make it to the bathroom in time. Kept forgetting things. There was talk of Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, but what I really had was a neurological condition known as NPH. Normal pressure hydrocephalus. Then I found out that NPH can be treated.
About 1 in 200 people over the age of 55 has NPH. If you think you may have NPH, ask your doctor about a CT scan or an MRI, or call 1-888-LIFE-NPH to learn more about treatment options from Codman, a Johnson & Johnson company.
That was me then. I was treated, and this is me now.
Don't lose your life to NPH. Call 1-888-LIFE-NPH. Codman and Shurtleff Incorporated, a Johnson & Johnson company.
In a world where you often sacrifice great taste for convenience, a new hero will emerge with the power to bring you the best of both. Introducing new Bird's Eye Steam Fresh. From freezer to microwave, the revolutionary bag puffs up and automatically vents to steam your vegetables to crisp, tasty perfection every time. Perfect color, texture, and taste are at a store near you. Bird's Eye Steam Fresh. Rated PV for perfect vegetables.
180 sounds like a healthy cholesterol number unless it's crept up since last time. So eat right, exercise, and try 1-A-Day Cholesterol Plus, the only complete multivitamin with polycosanol and key nutrients to help maintain healthy cholesterol plus blood pressure. 1-A-Day. Count on it.
There's an Oric store near you. Come in and take the Oric Challenge. Try any of these incredible products risk-free for 30 days, like my professional air purifier or my trusty 8-pound Oric XL21. Or my 5-pound canister, strong enough to pick up a 16-pound bowling ball. If you don't love them, you don't keep them.
Get an Oric XL Classic Upright plus canister vac and cordless iron, all for just $2.99. Only at the Oric Clean Home Center.
Why ask your doctor about Botox Cosmetic?
This is my time.
Everyone has their own reason. Go to BotoxCosmetic.com to find a doctor nearby. Ask your doctor about the one, the only Botox Cosmetic.
Isn't it about time?
Madonna, Confessions on a Dance Floor, featuring Sorry and Hung Up. See Madonna on the Confessions Tour and get her album, Confessions on a Dance Floor, in stores now.
No one expected it.
Kendall has lapsed into a coma.
Now someone must decide.
We either risk the baby's life or Kendall may never recover.
Who lives, the mother or the unborn child?
I'm Kendall's husband. Whatever happens next is up to me.
All My Children.
All this May, the biggest mornings are on Good Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, America. And Friday, we've got just 2 words for you. Oprah Winfrey, live in Times Square with Diane, Charlie, and Robin. So what's her big event that'll have everyone talking? Watch Good Morning America, Friday.
You know this ship?
I know ships, yeah.
Dylan, listen. Hey, Dylan, wait. Let's stick together here. We can help each other find a way out.
Look, man, I work better on my own. No offense.
None taken. So, where's the nearest vertical access?
I'll know it when I find it.
Hey, you work here, right?
Yeah.
Where's the nearest vertical access?
Service stairs, like in the galley.
All right, whatever you earn in a year, I'll double it if you take us there, right? Yeah, what would you do? You gotta make your mind up.
That was a scene from Poseidon, and we're back with stars Kurt Russell and Josh Lucas. What were you just saying?
I gotta tell you, there's some dilemmas that are faced in the film that you will ask yourself, what would you do? And it is scary.
That's
it
the
is
first
really
one
scary.
right there.
That's the first one.
That's the most critical one.
And what was that one?
Well, that is, do you decide to stay where this captain has said you'll be safe, or do you decide to try to go out?
And you decide to go out,
yeah,
absolutely.
And that, for some people, doesn't turn out to be the right decision.
Well, in the movie, you play a very overprotective dad who will do anything to save her daughter. In real life, you got 4 kids. Are you overprotective?
I can't be accused of that one, I don't think. No.
Are you really laid back as a dad, or?
No, I was pretty hands-on, and I think I could be over other things, overbearing, over-constructive, over whatever, over-loving, I don't know. But I wasn't overprotective.
Yeah. Is Goldie overprotector? Would you say?
No, I don't think she is. No.
Yeah.
No? Josh, I want to ask you, because I thought you were fantastic in A Beautiful Mind, and you also you starred in Wonderland, but it wasn't until Sweet Home Alabama that you realized you had such a huge What happened? Was it at the premiere that you kind of realized that there were people who just
It was
loved
right
you
down
in
the street. I had a PR person at the time who told me I shouldn't sign autographs, which was a huge mistake, and basically came out and jumped in my car, and the people who I had not signed autographs for felt, that I hadn't respected them in a sense, and so they decided to disrespect me by attacking the car. And, I mean, really, literally almost turned it over. It was one of those moments where I just thought my life has just completely, totally changed, and luckily it didn't that much. It was just a very bad moment.
Now I guess you sign the autograph.
I mean, it's a really funny discussion that way, of whether or not you keep yourself, absolutely distracted from people in a sense, or whether you play. So I think
you have to play it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make us all fall in love with you and say that you're the perfect man that we all want to end up with because you're from Alabama, the southern boy, and the whole 9 yards, and then next thing you know, you don't even want to sign the autograph for us. That's what the women are thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you looking for a wife and kids? I read that you were interested in that now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no.
Yes.
Do you have somebody in mind? I don't know how you look for that, though, to be honest with you.
Well, some guys are like they're ready for marriage and children. It seems like you are.
I'm ready.
Do you
He
have
said
any?
he's womanized out, Joy. That's a quote, that he's womanized out.
I guess I probably should have said that. I'm still enjoying that somewhere.
Do you have in your mind an image of what you're looking for?
I've had a dream, honestly, of someone since I was like 14 years old. I can't see her face, but I've seen everything else. I've seen the house.
Does she have
everything else in many forms.
Does she have a pole in the bedroom?
Many of them.
I mean, is the girl you're going to marry, is she the kind that you just described before, which is, somebody who is really a slut only in her mind? She's not really.
Yeah,
She's
no,
a
I mean, I don't want to be too romantic about it, but Kurt's got pretty much what you want. I mean, you got an absolutely beautiful woman who's intelligent, who's funny.
Yeah, for
who's
years.
playing and taking life by the horns and having a good time.
Oh, that's what you have. You have that with Absolutely.
That's what, yeah,
Absolutely.
I think I've been very
You
fortunate.
guys have been together. You met on a movie set in 1966. You've never been married. You said that you think your kids will get married before you guys ever do. Is that the secret, do you believe, of
No, I don't think there's any secrets.
No?
I don't think there's any... I'm not one to talk about why people are together for long periods of time. And each and every one of us, I think, is capable every day of just entirely blowing what you've got. I mean, I just think that's the way human beings are, and I think I'm no different. I don't think Goldie's any different. So, I don't know.
But you made a decision not to get married, right?
No, we actually didn't.
It just happened.
Yeah, we just... Well, I'd already done that and been taken my large part in being a part of what didn't make it work. I haven't learned anything since then. I think we all like to think we have learned. I don't think we learned anything. And I think that Goldie had been through it a couple times. We looked at each other and said, I don't know, I've done that. Did you need to do that with me too? And I said, no, I don't. And we always said if the kids, when they were little, if they needed to, if something went bad with them, with friends and stuff like that, then we would say, well, if this is about us, not about them, then let's get married and we'll figure out what we need to know about being married. And it never came up. Wow. It just never happened that way. So I think it's much to do about nothing.
Yeah. It just works for you, though. I'm sure you do have some great
advice
and it doesn't
work.
To
you
Josh.
do your best. You know, you go do your best. I mean, Goldie, I think, is an extraordinary human being. I can't imagine anyone being better to live with than Goldie.
That's a high
matter
compliment.
what. And that takes all things into consideration. So
And how
there's
many years is it now with you? I forget.
Since
23. We've been together for 23 years.
25.
We met in '66, but I was 15 and she was like 19 or 20, and
we love
we got
stories
together.
like this, don't we?
Yeah, you know. Anyway, but it was it was a long time ago.
Josh, I want to ask you too. Tomorrow night you're going to start your stuff actually on Will and Grace. You have a very complex role. You play yourself. We actually have a clip. Take a look. Oh, that's really good.
That's good. I didn't know that. It's fun to see. I must admit, I've been terrified to watch. That's the first I've seen it. Because I basically went to make a fool of myself.
We did.
I fully did. I absolutely did.
That was fun. Well, congratulations on the movie. Best of luck to both of you guys. And please give our love to Goldie as well. We miss her.
It's a lot of fun, the movie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Our thanks to Kurt Russell and Josh Lucas. Poseidon opens in theaters this Friday, and we'll be right back.
Smiling on us. What is ours? What is ours? What is ours? It's golden, golden, golden. Here we are, here we are, here we are. In the moment, smiling on. Time is on my side.
Slim Fast Hunger Control Shakes. Now with a new protein blend, so it controls your hunger up to 4 hours. Goodbye, Roll. Hello, Control.
Right, but a talking gecko, why?
I'll tell you why. Because people trust advertising icons. Some bloke tells you to go to geico.com and you're like, really? And just who might you be? But a gecko, he can be trusted. I ask if you want to save hundreds on car insurance, and you're like, yes, thank you. Mind babysitting my kids? And I'm like, of course I'll sit with the kids. You're like a brother to me.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You haven't loved a salad until you've spritzed it. Introducing Wishbone Salad Spritzers. Delicious vinaigrettes you spray. Just the way you like, any way you like.
Meet makeup's new star, Max Factor. High fashion makeup designed for drama, like new Lash Perfection. The flexible brush reaches every lash to maximize eyes.
If you've got it, maximize it.
Max Factor's makeup maximized.
Tonight, the night to switch to Polident overnight.
Its exclusive formula kills odor-causing bacteria, deep cleans to whiten, and removes plaque.
Switch tonight to Polident overnight.
Can you tell the difference between these pet medications? They're exactly the same, but these medications cost a lot less. And they're delivered right to my door. That's the 1-800-PET-MEDS difference. Great savings, fast service, free shipping. Order now.
Good thing there's the speed of Maalox in a chewable, because nothing's faster. Maalox, kick acid.
We're from Kansas. The hottest celebrity accessories when The View returns on ABC.
We are being tested.
Tested?
An all-new Lost, tonight at 9/8 Central, only on ABC. Monday, it was a 3-day celebration that became a once-in-a-lifetime event. Take an exclusive look inside a weekend like no other. Oprah Winfrey's Legends Ball, Monday at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
Key Home is known for its unique accessories, and perfect for your office or home, Key Home would like to introduce the Adagio Water Feature Collection. And for a limited time, take an introductory discount of $500 off of all Adagio water features. Hurry in now to Key Home Furnishings.
It's time to breathe new life into your yard and garden. The experts at Farmington Gardens are here to help.
Some wonderful additions to the garden would be things like sarcococa, witch hazel, as well as classics like Daphne and lilac. It's a great way to add fragrance to your garden. We have a beautiful selection here.
Hundreds of varieties of flowers, shrubs, and trees, healthy, beautiful, and ready for your garden. Grown right here and all just a short drive out Farmington Road in Aloha. Bring your garden to life. Farmington Gardens, we're growing for you.
Rainbow Park and Playground, where imaginations soar. A playground suited for any backyard, designed to grow with your kids. Rainbow Play Systems are built using the sturdiest, safest, environmentally friendly materials that carry a lifetime warranty. Visit our vast showroom to try out, choose, or design from hundreds of complete Rainbow systems delivered and installed starting at only $14.99. The play system of your dreams at Rainbow Park and Playground in Portland, Eugene, and opening soon in Tigard.
Once you've owned leather, you never go back. And the same holds true for Flex Steel furniture. And right now at Key Home Furnishings, our best-selling Flex Steel leather sofa, regularly $2,600, is on sale for just $14.99 for a limited time. Hurry in now to Key Home Furnishings.
Get your news a half hour earlier today on K2 News at 4:30.
From bags to shoes to cameras, if a celeb is seen with it today, people will be running out to get it tomorrow. So here with a sneak peek of all of that is the host of Fashion Police and celebrity stylist Robert Verity. Robert, welcome.
Hello, darling. You know I'm excited.
You know, 2 shopping sluts.
I know. You really are shopping sluts, and I might be a close third. What is the obsession, okay? When a celebrity wears something, it automatically becomes a must-have. So why and when did this happen?
We're so obsessed with celebrity culture that anything that a celebrity wears, we want. And they really have the best stuff because they have access to everything, so they're the best editors. They take the best of the best.
They're like walking billboards.
They're walking
great
billboards,
advertisers.
absolutely.
Let's talk accessories. Who's wearing the shoes and bags we see here?
Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas is carrying this bag from Rafi. It's $650, available at Rafi.com. And he really made the 80s look cool again. That's the best version of an 80s-inspired bag.
Now, you do know if you go to the vintage shop, you can get something that looks almost identical to this.
But you're not going to find this cool aqua blue, and it's got this great little zip-up fringe pocket. It's cute. It's done better.
We can take inspiration
You
from
can
it.
take inspiration.
I got you, baby.
Who's more ladylike than Reese Witherspoon?
Love
No
her.
one. What's more ladylike than a clutch? Nothing. And gunmetal is the new black, so that's the bag you want for evening. It's $200 at
Black
LaurenMerkin.com.
always the black? Is that something's always the new black?
Something's always the new black. Well, gunmetal's the new black this season.
Gotcha, baby. We got that. Who's wearing your shoes?
Eva Longoria
Is wearing the. Oh, this is very Eva.
This is very Eva. I got this for her. You guys know I style her, right? So you have to know that.
Yes.
So I got these for Eva, and she fell in love with them. And this is a shoe that I think a lot of people are scared of because they see them as so clunky. But then when women wear them, they love them because they're so comfortable and they give them great height.
They're very light. They're not heavy. You
They're
should
not
know
heavy
that.
at all.
It's not really thick. Come on, baby.
$515 at
Don't be
SergioRossi.com.
Come on, baby.
Rachel
She loves these shoes.
Hunter. Rachel
Yes.
Hunter wears these. And even though Rachel's really tall, supermodel and host Rachel Hunter, she likes, I think all celebrities do, like to do this, is get a longer line. So Rachel wears that shoe. And it's great if you have a pencil skirt and you want to give it another season. This will modernize that look.
Yeah,
$275 from StuartWeitzman.com.
Okay.
And it's the cage, which is
the
hot
cage,
this
which
year.
is very
Patent
hot.
leather. It's got it. Jewelry, watches, sunglasses.
Jewelry's,
Who's
watches,
wearing
sunglasses. This little cupcake charm is from Emma Jane and Tan. It's roughly $315 to $480 for these 2 charms I'm going to show you. Violet, who is the daughter of who? Do you know? No. Come on, come on, come on. Jennifer Garner. Jennifer Garner wears this. She had Violet's name engraved on it. And it's available at jenniferkaufman.com. Brittany Murphy wears this ice cream cone, Pave Diamond ice cream cone. Closest any Hollywood actress gets to ice cream.
Probably.
Yeah.
How much is this?
Again, $315 to $480 roughly.
Depending on what you get.
Depending on which one you get. Nicolette Sheridan, the coolest of cool, who's sexier than her. No one. What's sexier than a big watch on a sexy chick? Nothing. From Oceanus, it's $350 to $600, available at Tourneau. And what's great about it is it's the first, $350 roughly, it's the first metal solar chronograph atomic watch that's on the market.
Okay.
Which is great. So
whatever that means.
And this watch, Jennifer Love Hewitt, the G-Shock, woo! It's a classic. It's now analog and digital. It's sporty, but I've seen it on the red carpet, and it's super chic. It's tough, and it looks great on a sexy chick, so which is why I love it.
You can wear it at the beach, can't you?
You can wear it at the beach. $89.
That's a good one.
I have all my watch trends on springwatchtrends.com.
That might maybe fit into our budget. Glasses.
Paris Hilton has made wearing sunglasses in art form.
I like
those are Versace. They are $220. Those look gorgeous on you. Yeah, the wraparound is very chic.
I'm always afraid I'm going to sit on a nice pair of sunglasses. You know,
you do. That's why you buy more than one. It's a sunglass wardrobe. This is the classic aviator from Ray-Ban, $120. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay.
Sunglasshut.com. Fantastic frame, classic. One that you need in the mini.
What is it? Hook around the ear. That's a lot of work right there.
That's good. That's the way that you don't get slippage. Bald people have problems.
Oh, I like those, Star. You don't? No, I like those.
Oh, leave them on. I like them for this next table.
Yeah, I do. Let's talk about swag, because they're always getting gift bags
for this table.
All right, I'll wear this one.
Yeah, wear those for this table.
I like those.
Okay.
They're messing up my eyelashes.
Bags and gadgets.
Well, for guys, electronics are accessories, and this is the Casio X-Slim camera. It's the EXS600. It can hold.
Say that 10 times fast, right?
I can't.
Okay.
It can hold up to an hour and a half of MPEG movies. It's a 6-megapixel camera. It's fabulous from Casio.com.
Oh, you can put Poseidon right there on there. Watch it.
You can. $350.
Okay.
It's fabulous, and it's available in other colors. Jamie Foxx has it.
Jamie Foxx has it too. Who has this?
Kelly Clarkson has this. It's
with her own hit record.
With her own hit record.
Probably.
It's the Creative Zen Vision M, and it's a 30 gigabyte. It can hold up to I don't know how many actually, but it's a movie player. I can't tell you how many it can hold. Movie player, MP3, and photo viewer. What's sexier than Carmen Electra? Carmen Electra's dog.
Okay.
So this is the bag that Carmen Electra carries her little puppy, and then what's great is it looks like a messenger bag. It's $550 from EmeryNYOnline.com.
Whatever happened to dogs that walk on their own? And that costs nothing.
You don't have
for them to walk.
How great is that, though? That's a fabulous bag.
Little
and it looks
Pinky.
like it doesn't look like you're carrying one of those doggy bags, so you can hide Pinky in there. And Al can carry this because it's a guy's bag.
Pinky Michelle can have it.
Because I know you have all those Louis Vuitton frilly, lacy carriers.
Thanks, Robert. Okay. This is good fun. This is one more bag, though.
One more bag. Yeah. This is from BabyDish.com. It's all the essential things. They should do it in black corduroy and make it for guys. It's $125. Tori Spelling has this.
Yes.
You know, Tori just got hooked up, and now she wants to get knocked up.
Wait, she has a baby
so
bag
this
already.
Is what she needs.
Okay,
she doesn't have a baby yet. No, we're not starting the rumors here. But this is great for you know, first moms.
It's cute.
It's got all the essentials. $125 from BabyDish.com.
Thanks, Robert.
You're welcome.
I like you keeping us in the loop, my man.
Woo, I try.
Love it. Our thanks to Robert Verity. Fashion Police airs on the Style Network. For more information on any of these great accessories, you can check out our website. We'll be right back.
It's a great
expensive, but...
Are you at home trying to sleep, but your mind is still at the office? Reviewing tomorrow's agenda, charting out the future? Maybe it's time for you to be the boss. Ask your doctor about Lunesta. Even if you've never thought of taking a prescription sleep aid before, Lunesta is non-narcotic and approved for long-term use. And Lunesta can help you get a full night's sleep at last. Lunesta works quickly, so take it right before bed. Of course, do not use sleep medicines for extended periods without first talking to your doctor. Be sure you have at least 8 hours to devote to sleep before becoming active. Until you know how you'll react to Lunesta, you should not drive or operate machinery. Do not take Lunesta with alcohol. Most sleep medicines carry some risk of dependency. Side effects may include unpleasant taste, headache, drowsiness, and dizziness. For a great night's sleep, leave the rest to Lunesta. Ask your doctor.
Hi, Jay Bush here.
And Duke.
For Bush's new honey baked beans. Roll that beautiful bean footage. They're slow cooked according to our secret family recipe with brown sugar, honey cured bacon, a blend of spices, and a touch of honey. I've only shared our secret family recipe with Duke, and he's not talking. Right, Duke?
Jay, who would I tell out here?
Enjoy Bush's new honey baked beans.
You'll find something new every day at Chico's. For store locations and a catalog with a special savings certificate, call 800-880-5145 or log on to chicos.com. Chico's is beautiful.
Wheat Thins has 0 grams of trans fat with a nutty, crunchy taste worth diving into. Tastes good, feels good. Wheat Thins.
Soft Soap searched and searched for the softest of soft. And there's nothing like the softness of real cashmere. New Soft Soap Pure Cashmere, the first and only body wash made with real cashmere extract and moisturizing cream. Proven to hydrate and soften even the driest skin. Wrap yourself in cashmere soft skin. New Pure Cashmere Body Wash, only from Soft Soap. Feel the softness.
Ever think, what flavors are getting into your butter? The Flavor Protect Wrapper from Land O'Lakes keeps the creamy taste you love in, other flavors out. Only from Land O'Lakes.
What's the one lip color you turn to when you absolutely have to look your best? The #1 longwear CoverGirl Outlast. Nothing lasts longer through cake and kisses from Miss to Mrs. For your #1 moments, it's Outlast.
A breakthrough. Daytime relief from yeast infections. Monostat, day or night. The only over-the-counter treatment you can take during the day. This one-dose treatment begins to relieve symptoms immediately and is virtually leak-free. Fast relief means Monostat.
Northwest glaciers, millions of years old. How can something so massive disappear right in front of us? Tonight at 11, Mount Hood, Rainier, Jefferson, glaciers of the great Northwest.
It's absolutely huge and it's undeniable. These glaciers are wasting away.
Or are they? K2 News talks to the experts, takes you to the source, and shows you the proof. What can the past tell us about the future of these icy giants? Tonight at 11, only on K2 News.
The mega-hit book and soon-to-be summer blockbuster, The Da Vinci Code, has caused a holy war of controversy over its explosive claims. But author Michael Bajan sued Random House, saying those were claims he made 20 years ago in his book, Holy Blood, Holy Grail. Now he is back with a new book called The Jesus Papers that says, among other things, that Christ was not the Son of God. Please welcome Michael Bajan. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you.
I want to start with this lawsuit because you sued Random House and indirectly Dan Brown for copyright infringement and plagiarism. And what you said essentially was that they stole from your nonfiction book, Holy Blood, Holy Grail, that you wrote 20 years ago. What did Dan Brown take from that book, and why did you feel the need to sue him? He was writing fiction. You had written a nonfiction book.
True. Everyone thought of the Holy Grail as being something to do with the cup perhaps that Jesus used at the Last Supper.
Right.
We had this hypothesis, this argument, that the Holy Grail in fact referred to a person, to Mary Magdalene, to a child, to a bloodline. And this whole view, this perspective on the Grail was ours. It was our intellectual property. And you see, what do writers and journalists own? Intellectual property.
But the court didn't agree with you because you lost the suit. And
the court agreed that everything we said Dan Brown had taken, he had taken. It's just that the court didn't believe that it was sufficient to constitute an infringement. But I think the court was wrong.
Well,
so we're seeking leave to...
You did lose the case.
We're seeking leave to
and Dan Brown did say in a statement that a novelist must be free to draw appropriately from historical works without fear that he'll be sued.
Yeah,
what do you think about that? He's taking from historical text.
And he's saying you used a lot of different...
And
he credited you.
I agree entirely. The word is appropriate.
Oh.
We felt it was inappropriate use. If you take the Grail as a person, as a bloodline, Mary Magdalene, take that out of the Da Vinci Code, what's left?
But the fact that he credited you in the book, that meant nothing.
Oh, he made his villain. He named him after me. Yeah, thanks, Dan.
Obviously it wasn't enough. You've gone on to write another book called The Jesus Papers. And in that book, you make some pretty controversial and explosive claims. One of them, and the first, being that Jesus Christ survived the crucifixion. Yes. What is that all about?
I'm trying to look at Jesus in terms of the historical character. And one of the things that I do in the book is show the deep spirituality which Jesus was expressing when you look at him in history. But along the way, we find some very interesting things, one of them being the crucifixion. Now, if we look at Pontius Pilate, what was his role in Judea? He was the representative of the Roman imperial state. He had two roles, one to keep the peace, second to remit the taxes back to Rome. Jesus, Jewish leader, said pay the taxes to Rome.
Yes, he did.
Pilate had a problem. He couldn't execute a man who's saying pay the taxes.
So you're saying
Pilate,
that he cut a deal?
He had to cut a deal. There's no other way. As a historian, there's no other way.
So he cut that deal.
Jesus was a Democrat and Pontius Pilate was a Republican? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I wouldn't say anything about American politics.
Wait, so even if they cut this deal throughout the crucifixion, that whole process, I mean, you're saying he survived the crucifixion. That's pretty astounding.
Very difficult to survive. It was a terrible execution. It was basically torturing to death.
Actually, the only person that could survive it would have been the Son of God.
Now, there's an interesting take that I didn't think about. Now, the thing is, of course, Son of God, we think of this as meaning divine, but Son of God was a title which was used in Judaism at the time. The Dead Sea Scrolls, for example, have a text which mentions someone called the Son of God. Alexander the Great was proclaimed Son of God at Siwa Oasis. Should we all worship Alexander the Great?
No.
There's no necessity for a divinity to be associated with the term.
I'm still confused at how you say he survived the crucifixion, where, I mean, it's witnessed in the Bible, it's witnessed in the gospel that he was taken into the tomb and he died on the cross. So
but don't forget that he was beaten.
Yes,
don't forget that he was
pierced. Here's an explanation. What's your explanation to that?
You see, the thing is, we don't actually know what happened. The only bit of historical information we've got about the 1st century AD is something from Tacitus, who said a Jewish Messiah was crucified by Pontius Pilate during the reign of the Emperor Tiberius. That's it. We don't know anything else. There's no other historical information.
You're jumping to this, though, if there's no other documentation.
Any historical investigation of the Gospels has to be speculative. Either I'm creating hypotheses, or any other historian who looks at the material also is creating hypotheses. You see, it's the trade secret of historians is uncertainty. All historians can do is try and erect a plausible hypothesis, a plausible reconstruction from very few
and then try to capitalize it and maybe sell a book.
This type of talk, though, that you're doing, it can be construed as sacrilegious and get into a lot of trouble with some people.
Sacrilegious? A Jewish man has a child? Sacrilege?
Well, that you're saying he's not the Son of God. That, a lot of people get very angry with that type of conversation. How do you deal with that?
The term Son of God, even the term Messiah, back in those days, had no connotation of divinity. This is a later overview which was created theologically. See, Jesus was Jewish. There was no concept in Judaism of a divine Messiah.
Michael, can I just ask you, because one of the more startling claims in the book is that you saw a document, that you personally saw a document that was alleged to have been written by Christ, that claimed in the document that he was not the Son of God. You know, I was so curious to go through the book to say, where's the document? So tell me about this document.
This is my book takes place against a background of this clandestine antiquities market, which is very important because out of this market came the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Nag Hammadi codices, the Gospel of Judas, which has just recently emerged. We have to take it seriously. So I've made it my business to get to know people who are in this particular field.
And you met someone who...
And I met someone. I heard this story that there was this curious document around, and it took me some years to find the person who had it. And after I met the person, I'm not telling you.
Where does he live?
I'm not telling you.
So how can we verify it?
No, you can't. This is the problem. This is why I don't...
This is the problem?
I don't base any of my book on it. It's simply one of the adventures that I go on during the course of the book.
Wait a minute. You write down that you saw a document from a man that you won't identify from a place you can't tell us, and the document was written in a language you don't understand. And now you wonder why some people look at it and say,
But we want to believe that it was a document written by Christ.
I don't deny for one moment that you look at askance at that, because there's nothing I can do, but it's out there. I've seen it, I've held it in my hand.
Are you a Christian yourself?
Yes, oddly enough.
Really? And are you going to see the Da Vinci Code?
Sure, why not?
And that's all the time we have left. Our thanks to Michael Bajan. We'll be right back.
Introducing the exhilarating performance of the Kia Optima. People will talk. Right now, get a special introductory offer on the all-new Kia Optima.
Let me go home. It's time for the hit album from Michael Bublé, featuring the #1 single, Home. Michael Bublé, it's time. Bring it home for Mother's Day and see him on tour this summer.
We had a gig in half an hour.
But allergies had me so congested, I wasn't all there.
I told her, you need Claritin D.
So I got Claritin Clear. Claritin D relieved my worst symptoms and cleared my terrible congestion and sinus pressure fast. And I wasn't drowsy.
Told you, nothing works stronger, faster, or longer.
Live Claritin Clear.
Find Claritin D on the shelf or at the pharmacy counter. Still no prescription needed.
You remember how Easy Off BAM Grime and Lime Remover cleaned a dirty penny? Now see how it cleans in homes like yours.
My kitchen sink gets badly stained from hard water, and Easy Off BAM gets rid of the stains. Just sprayed it on and wiped it off.
I used to have to scrub for over an hour to get the soap scum off my shower door. Now it just lifts right off.
Hard water stains, soap scum, ground in dirt and rust. Easy Off BAM cleans them all.
I don't buy lots of other cleaners for my bathroom anymore. This has replaced everything.
Easy Off BAM Grime and Lime Remover. Bam, and the dirt is gone.
Hope they're serving meatloaf.
Ooh, hun, there's a stain on that shirt.
Oh. That's not
good.
Men have their way of freshening up. And we have ours. Summer's Eve cleansing cloths. Gentle enough for sensitive skin and gynecologist tested, so you can feel fresh every day. By female standards, of course. Summer's Eve. Enjoy being a woman.
Right now, all the great deals are at Dell. This week only, you can get up to 1/3 off instantly on select Dell Entertainment systems. And you can also get this awesome Dell Dimension B110 desktop with an Intel Celeron D processor and a 15-inch flat panel upgrade for only $399. It's the ultimate value in desktops defined. It's more than an amazing deal, it's a Dell.
Got the taste of the original ranch. Things seem a little more like the way they're supposed to be. Hidden Valley Ranch, the way ranch is supposed to taste. And new cracked peppercorn ranch with the bite of real peppercorn.
With all the skin creams out there, it takes an expert to choose. My expert choice? Total Effects.
Fight 7 signs of aging with the #1 beauty editor recommended anti-aging cream, Olay Total Effects.
Tonight, an epic night of Alias and Lost Heartstoppers. On Alias,
Vaughn is alive.
The reunion you've been waiting for. And on Lost, none of them saw it coming.
They shot 3 of our people.
She's dead.
One of them is a traitor. An all-new Lost after an all-new Alias. Tonight starting at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
I forgot to mention that Michael Badgett's new book, The Jesus Papers, is in stores now, but everybody in our audience is going home with a copy today. Controversial stuff. Take a little time to